Thanks for joining me. My name is Simon Hardy and I run an independent wine consultancy called Fitting Wines. I'm a qualified wine expert and hold the WSET diploma in wines and spirits. I'm actually Anglo-Swiss and launched Fitting Wines back in Switzerland in 2010. Now I'm based in London, and in my role as brand ambassador for the Albion Group in the UK, I'm on a mission to share my knowledge, appreciation and love of Swiss wines. The vineyards of Switzerland are divided into 6 separate regions, and each one makes a distinct contribution to the Swiss winescape, supporting around 1,500 full-time wine producers in total. 4 of the regions are defined by a single canton each. Valais is the largest with 33% of all vineyards, followed by Vaud with 26%, Geneva 10%, and Ticino 7%. The multi-canton regions are known as German-speaking Switzerland at 19%, made up of 16 different cantons, and Three Lakes at 5%, which straddles 4 cantons. In this presentation, we begin with Switzerland's second largest region, the Vaud, where a quarter of Swiss vineyards are located, managed by approximately 450 producers. The region is divided into 6 sub-regions, 3 of which are more commonly found. The gentle slopes of La Côte, running alongside Lake Geneva between Geneva and Lausanne, is where you find numerous aristocratic winemaking chateaux and domaines. Then comes the spectacular Vaud, between Lausanne and Montreux further east. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007, its steep terraces overlooking Lake Geneva were created in the 11th century by Cistercian and other monks. It's also home to 2 remarkable Grand Cru sites, Des Allées and Calamin. The third major sub-region is the Chablais, sat between the head of Lake Geneva and the Alps. The Vaud region overall enjoys 1,800 hours of sun and a good amount of rain at 1,200 millimeters per year. La Vaud in particular is renowned for its 3 suns. The vines not only soak up direct sunlight, but also benefit from its reflection off the surface of Lake Geneva, the second sun. The third sun is the heat absorbed by the walled terraces, the effect of which keeps warming the vines long after the sun has set. The Vaud is the only region of Switzerland with a majority of white varieties, though the reds are steadily increasing. Chasselas dominates the white wines produced here, and is said to have originated in this very region. Next in line are Pinot Noir and Gamay, sold both as a popular blend and as single varietals, as well as Gamaret and Garra Noir, late 20th century crossings created in Switzerland specially for the Swiss vineyards and growing conditions. So in summary, the Vaud region is Switzerland's second largest. The La Vaud is typically called the land of the 3 suns. White wines dominate 2/3 of production here, and Chasselas is the signature grape. The majestic La Vaud terraces overlooking Lake Geneva form a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Geneva is the 3rd biggest wine canton with 10% of the country's vineyards, supporting about 100 producers. It is also the oldest wine region, as evidence shows the Celtic people producing wine here back in Roman times. The vineyards of the Geneva region are divided into 3 entities. Entre Arve-Lac to the east, Entre Arve-Rhône to the south, and the Mandement to the west, which is the largest of the 3 entities. The climate here is influenced by the proximity of the Jura Mountains and the Prealps, and also by the lake itself, from which flows the River Rhône. There are 1900 hours of sun per year, and rainfall is relatively low at 900 millimeters. The slopes here are very gentle and easily allow for mechanization. Just under 10% of the vineyards are actually located on French land in a free zone area, but the wines are allowed to bear the Geneva AOC name. Over 40 different grape varieties are authorized for production in Geneva, 24 white and 21 black. But while white wines outnumbered reds 25 years ago, now the reds account for 56%. The Gamay variety dominates the red wines, but is declining in favor of Pinot Noir, Gamay, and Garra Noir. Chasselas is the most important white grape, but other grapes such as Chardonnay, Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, and Aligoté are up and coming. In Geneva, most of the wineries also produce sparkling wines, for which there is increasing demand. To summarize Geneva, it's the oldest and fourth biggest wine region. Red wine production has been overtaking white wine. Gamay is the most important variety, and most wineries are also producing sparkling wine. The name of this last and smallest multilingual Swiss wine region reflects the role played by the Three Lakes at its heart. The lakes of Neuchâtel, Bienne or Bielersee, and Morat or Murtensee, and accounts for 5% of all vineyards, managed by about 100 producers. The largest entity runs along the western side of Lake Neuchâtel in the canton of Neuchâtel and accounts for 80% of the entire region's vineyards. The second largest area is next to Lake Bienne, located in the canton of Berne, and the third and smallest area sits alongside Lake Morat and produces Vully, which is a wine shared between two different cantons, Fribourg and Vaud. The region enjoys a temperate climate with 1800 hours of sun and 1100 millimeters of rainfall per year. Compared to the rest of Switzerland, the Three Lakes region is further advanced in organic winemaking, which now represents 20% of production. Overall, the trend is towards more red wine production, now at 56% of the total. Neuchâtel makes more red wine, while Lake Bienne and Vully make more white. Pinot Noir has overtaken Chasselas as the leading variety and now represents nearly half the vines, making red, rosé, and sparkling wines. Œil de Perdrix, which translates as Eye of the Partridge, is the name given to dry rosé made solely from Pinot Noir. While this name is used for rosé in other cantons, its origins are found here. There is also a small amount of Pinot Noir vinified as white wine called Perdrix Blanche. The Pinot Noir grape is very well suited to the limestone soils in this region, much like it is in Burgundy, just on the other side of the Jura mountain range. In summary, the Three Lakes is Switzerland's smallest wine region, where over half is red wine production, mainly from Pinot Noir on limestone soil. It produces Œil de Perdrix rosé from 100% Pinot, and the region has above average organic production. In wrapping up this overview of half of the wine regions of Switzerland, let me highlight three main benefits of choosing Swiss wine. First of all, you get to experience the unique tastes of a range of ancient native grape varieties that are cultivated nowhere else on earth. You have the opportunity to explore remarkable expressions of the distinctive alpine terroir, where sustainable or organic or biodynamic production are practiced almost universally. And you discover top-rated wines that take you off the beaten track, produced by winemakers gaining a real reputation for consistent quality. And you can't get more Swiss than that. Exports of Swiss wine are rather limited, but the good news is that several leading producers are supplying their wines to a select number of UK distributors. The main 4 stockists of Swiss wines in the UK are shown here, and you can find a list of the regions and producers they carry by visiting the address shown. Whenever you need more information regarding Swiss wines or have specific questions or requirements, please contact me using the website, email, or telephone. Thank you for your time and attention, and cheers for now.